Hello, everyone. I'm Micah Manticore, and welcome back to Let's Meet Adam 2. Now, this is immediately after recording the last episode because I have to know. I have to know. So, let's jump right in. Last episode ended with Adam finding Timmy beheaded in his apartment with a tarp down. So that tells me that it's professional. Um, Adam, I was supposed to meet Soren for Chinese, and Adam ended up calling Soren, or Soren ended up calling Adam, and freaking the entire fuck out. Um, so let's see where this takes us, shall we? I start running. I run down the hotel stairs and for some reason run right past my car. I run and run and run until I'm completely out of breath. Gasping, I almost keel over and catch myself by placing my hands onto both knees. Looking around, I end up somehow on a busier street with coffee shops and convenience stores, all sorts of people walking about. Many of them give me questioning or apprehensive looks, but at this point I really don't care. Having caught my breath slightly, I swiftly take out my phone. 5 minutes. I must have been running on all cylinders for 5 minutes straight. Coughing a little bit, I place the phone to my ear and call Soren back. Thank goodness. He's now only about 15 minutes away. He stays on the line with me the entire time, even though I'm dead silent for most of it. Back to the fucking... Are you sure you want to do this? You don't believe me. I need you to believe me. It's not that I don't believe you. It's a lot, okay? Shit. Soren is shaking his hands out now. His nerves are obviously getting to him. I'm really freaked out. Adam, stay beside me. We need to stick together. Soren nods. His eyes are shimmering pools of worry. Right. We slowly approach Timmy's apartment together, side by side. I'm still terrified, but I feel somewhat stronger having a friend with me. Our heavy and cautious steps are perfectly in sync with each other. As we get closer, I jolt a little when I feel Soren hold onto my arm, his skin looking even paler than usual. Which door is it? That last one. We're almost there. What? As the scene comes into view, my mind becomes completely scrambled. It's gone. Where the hell is the body? I feel Soren's grip loosen. There's nothing here. Soren, I swear to you, the body was right here. There was a chair, blood everywhere. Okay, but how is this possible? Both of us back away slowly from the doorframe, our tensions draining away slightly as the anticipation dwindles. It just looks like an abandoned apartment now, not a trace of blood or any signs of a struggle. Adam, don't be upset, but are you sure you saw what you think you saw? I nod adamantly. I'm not crazy. Alright, well, can you tell me step by step what happened? What you saw? Well, Timmy and I were texting earlier today. Everything seemed fine. I drove here and walked to his apartment door, which was already ajar, and then I saw his decapitated body. My voice trails off. It was hard for me to continue. Then I searched around a bit in his apartment. You did what? I mean, to see if there was anyone else inside. Maybe someone needing help, or... One of my infamously terrible attempts at lying. Did you touch anything? Sure, but shit. Soren puts his palm to his forehead and scrunches his brows together. Fuck!
That's pretty gross.
Regardless of there being a body or not, I don't think that's a good thing. Do you think I should call the police, Soren? I hope we don't regret this, but I think you should still call them. And say what? There's no body here. No blood, no evidence. Nothing. From the time I saw Timmy to meeting up with you and coming back, it's maybe been 15, 20 minutes tops. For someone to have cleaned all that up in that time, it's impossible. And that's why I have to ask again. Are you sure you saw a dead body here? And are you certain it was even Timmy? Absolutely. Because of the fucking tattoo. I know what I saw, Soren. And as a friend, before you call the cops or make a statement, I think you need to rest up a bit, okay? Make sure you're thinking clearly. Let's get you home. Fuck. Soren drives me home, and I leave my car at the crime scene, as he doesn't think it's a good idea for me to be behind the wheel, and I agree. He really is a good friend, and he's been very sweet to me. I can't express how much I appreciate it. That just leaves the question of what to do about my car. I'll just take a lift, pick it up in the morning, or whenever I'm able to pull it together. My mind and emotions are a complete mess. God, I feel so drained. I feel like I could pass out. Maybe I should try to get some sleep first before anything else. As soon as I close my apartment door behind me, my exhaustion starts turning into something else. I just want some sleep. Rising inside me from somewhere primordial is a feeling of anxiety I can't comprehend. Holy shit! What the hell was that? I stand there frozen in shock. It seems to have come from outside. Ring ring. Hello? What's that? That really scared me. By this point, I'm clutching at my chest, pulling at my shirt. I'm on the verge of tears. I don't even want to answer the phone. Hello? Hello? Who the hell is this? This isn't funny. Who is this? I slam the phone back down onto its receiver. What the hell? Why is this happening? While wiping my eyes dry, I look over and I'm suddenly drawn to my window. The street lamp and its light menacingly beckon to me. Maybe I should look out the window? Do I look outside? I'm gonna look outside. What?
No!
The force behind my gasp is so strong that I almost choke on it. It's like a night terror. The life. I form words, but I can't speak. I try to move, but my body fails me. Whoever he is, he remains motionless in the night, sending blood-curdling chills across my entire body. How long has he been standing there? Is he waiting for me? Is he here because of Timmy? Shit, I think he can see me. No. Oh my god. No, please. I lurch back from the window and hide myself, praying against all hope that he didn't see me. The world is wildly spinning and my heart is beating so fast I can barely contain it. Oh my god, please don't let him have seen me. I pull my phone out quickly. Soren or Evander? Ooh, Soren. Come on, please pick up. Hey! Soren! Thank God you picked up. Why? What's going on? There's someone outside, waiting for me, I think. Someone outside. I can see him from my window. Wait, stop. You're not making a lot of sense. Do you know him? No, he's wearing some kind of disguise, like a robe with a mask, a star on his face. A star. Oh, shit. Star? Yes, a star. What the fuck? What is he doing? Can you still see him? No, I'm hiding. 1 second. I'll take a quick look. He's gone. What? Just gone? Is that good or is that bad? Soren, I don't know. We found a broken star pendant thing in Timmy's crime scene. All the blood in my head rushes downwards and I can see my vision going darker. I can't handle it. The mixture of fear, relief, and confusion forces me into a complete shutdown. Adam, can you hear me? Soren's voice distorts and becomes murkier. It sounds like he's underwater. His voice gets softer and softer as I plummet to the floor. God. Your Yo! What? Your apartment is no longer safe. That's a yikes, bro. 2 weeks later. I sigh heavily, staring up at the ceiling. I'm completely limp and empty inside.
Breathe.
When will I stop feeling like this? After the incident that night, I was so mentally overwhelmed that I fainted, my mind having caved in on itself, my psyche fractured. I had somehow shuffled through the following week, eyes vacant like a zombie, avoiding all interactions at work wherever possible. I'd really scared Soren then, so much so that word had gotten back to Tad, and he gave me this week off, which really worried me at first, but Soren reassured me that Tad didn't know the specifics of my breakdown. Not that he would have cared anyhow. So this week I fared a bit better, and despite barely leaving my bed, I'm proud of myself. In that I did make some progress, having managed to gather up the courage to call the police. And that went about as well as I suspected it would. Hey! Good morning, Adam. Sorry for the early call. I was having my usual morning latte when you came
Thanks
to mind.
again.
No, it's totally okay. Well, I'd be super annoyed. But I took that as a sign from the cosmos to check up on you before work this morning. Are you feeling any better? I am, actually, if you can believe that. Not a lot, but better.
Aww.
Aw. I'm glad. Well, I know this will be your first day back, but seriously, if you need more time, that's totally alright. I'll make sure you don't catch any shit from above. No, I want to come in. Being this listless can't be healthy. I'm feeling good
Totally.
enough. I promise you, Soren. Are you sure? I felt good enough to finally call the police yesterday. Oh my god, I'm so relieved you did that. Soren's tone was light and evocative. How'd it go? Not great. They sent an officer over to Timmy's apartment, but of course they wouldn't have found anything there. And I'm pretty certain they didn't, since I inquired later that day. The silence of my pause feels like an enormity. All they said was they'd do a follow-up wellness check and not to leave town.
Stop.
That's all, huh? In all honesty, I hate the police. I think they mishandled it. Aren't they supposed to presume innocence until proven guilty? So, ideally, wouldn't the same thing apply in the form of giving me benefit of the doubt? It makes sense, though. A great hush falls between us. I know Soren still doesn't 100% believe me, and I don't blame him. Considering the situation, how could he? You haven't told anyone about that night, have you?
Yikes.
Oh my god, of course not! Soren's voice melts my heart. I made a promise to you, and I intend to keep it. Until you give the word, my lips are sealed. Only you, Evander, and myself know about this. I had to confide in him. I hope that's okay. Of course. Thank you, Soren. By the way, maybe you don't feel the same, but you do know. There's nothing you can't tell me, right, Adam? I do, and I will. I trust you, Soren. I can just imagine his warm smile through his tone. Now get your butt to work! I can juggle everything on my own, of course, but it's nice to have you around while I do so. I would have liked to return to a less chaotic Manticore video, but that is obviously a distinct impossibility, given that Gava is fast approaching. Hordes of rushing staff and even temps buzz past me. I recognize and look to a few familiar faces. But it's as if everyone has already forgotten who I am.
Oh, hey.
Adam! Soren, like a cloud, rises immediately as soon as I come into view. I'm so glad you're back. It's just not the same without you. Oh, come on, Soren, you're just happy to have the errand boy back. Can't it be both? We quickly share a happy giggle, and I think I'm doing a pretty stellar job of hiding my insecurities. Besides, I've always thought of you as more of a gopher. Funny. You want to know what's not funny, Adam? This. You've picked an awfully insane time to come back to work. You know that, right? Trust me, Soren, being here is exactly what I need. I was going insane not working. Just moping, thinking, day in and day out. It's also motivated me to put my search for River into overdrive. Soren moves as if to speak, but I guess decides against it. Instead, he shoots me the most tender and compassionate look, simply nodding in agreement. I spend the greater part of my morning moving lighting equipment. Apparently, we need to make room by reorganizing our storage areas, as all the decor and set pieces for Manticore's big night are eating up more space than was anticipated. It's not easy, but it's not hard labor either, and I take delight in being around people again. After I'm done, I make way back to the reception desk. Hey, Soren,
Hi.
now that I'm back, I wanted to talk to you about something. Actually, it's more of a need. I need to talk with you about Timmy.
Yikes.
God. Soren shifts uncomfortably in his seat, brushing a lock of his platinum hair off his forehead. Shit. Believe me, I know we have to. We should, Soren says with resolve. But what? No, you're right. We should have this talk. It's just hard. Even though I didn't see it, Adam, when I'm all alone, I sometimes imagine what it was that you claim to have witnessed that. Ugh. It makes me nauseous just
You okay?
talking about it. I'm sorry, Soren. No, it's okay. You weren't ready to talk before, so if you are now, it's really important that we do. While I didn't make up what I saw that night, have you heard any word from Timmy at all since then? Anything? At this point, even gossip might be.
Aww.
Adam, you're not going to like what I have to say, but as a friend, you know how I am. I'll always give it to you straight up. I don't think there's anything wrong or weird about Timmy being MIA, but Soren, you're still so fresh in our line of work. Guys like Timmy vanish all the time. I know that sounds cruel, but so is this industry. For example, we had this one performer who did a ton of scenes with us consecutively in every single scene we shot. This was during a small window of only a few months. Then one day, he stopped showing up to his bookings. Is this River? Wasn't replying to any and all text messages. So annoying. And this went on for several months. Come to find out, he just needed to make a fast wad of cashola to pay for his mother's medical bills. She'd been recently diagnosed with cancer. He never had, any intention of sticking around. Do you get what I'm trying to say? See, there are so many conflicting emotions and thoughts swirling inside me. I start to feel as if my determination is on shaky ground, and I hate that I feel that way. Good morning, gentlemen. Mind if I include myself in this gathering? Hunter is being extra polite today, and it's kind of sweet. I'm unsure of what he's heard, if anything, but I assume he's treading extra carefully in case I'm still fragile.
Hi.
Of course. What are you two discussing? Not a lot. Just that Timmy Rocket. Adam's been worried, having not heard back from him in so long. Soren sighs. But I'm telling him it's really not that unusual. Isn't that right, big guy?
All right.
Soren's not lying. Hunter's demeanor stiffens, and the niceties seem to drop. I haven't been here as long as some. Absy. However, it's an undeniable truth. If it bothers you so, Adam, I don't mind helping you through it over lunch. I've heard that you haven't felt well lately. I lower my head in embarrassment, realizing perhaps that my absence wasn't as unnoticed as I was hoping it'd be. Would you like to come too, Soren?
All right.
Excellent idea. I highly approve.
Aww.
As much as I really love that, I can't today, kiddies. I'm having lunch with Tad, during which we'll be going over all the preparations for GAVA. Can you believe it's happening so soon? Not at all. Let's not be coy. You don't seem to look forward to it ever, Hunter. Indeed. I dread it every year. Yes, well, that's why you seem to forget about it every
Okay.
year. You're not going to GAVA with us all? We'll see.
Yikes.
And that would be a no. Hunter turns his attention to me, casting a mountainous shadow over me. Adam, if you wouldn't mind lunch, just us two, find me around the studio
Totally.
all day. Sure, I'll let you know. Hunter puts his hand to his chest before nodding slightly and making his exit. What a weirdo. A big sweetheart, but nonetheless a weirdo. I laugh as Soren mimics Hunter's bow. Sucks that you can't come to lunch. Aw, I know, right? Oh, Wait a minute. I just remembered. Chuck and John are having lunch at Shakey's today. You could also join them for lunch? I know Chuck would be glad to see you. Right. I recall what transpired the last time Chuck and I were together. Admittedly, it still feels a bit awkward for me, but as long as Chuck doesn't feel awkward, I'll likely be fine. I just don't want him to feel or be weird about it. You're always so lost in thought. It's cute. But I should go. Soren pouts and I completely empathize. I'm not sure a lunch with just Tad could be anything less than ghastly. Alright. I'll see you later. See ya. I sigh disappointingly once Soren is out of view. Stuffing my hands into my pant pockets, I look around. And although it's busy, no one seems to be paying me any mind. Seems like the perfect time to grab some food, I guess. I'm gonna go hang out with Hunter, I think. Long pig. I decide to seek out Hunter and invite him out, especially since we haven't had the chance to grab lunch together before. When I found him, he seemed pleased, and almost like he'd been waiting for me. Hunter drives us there in a jet black sports car. It's some kind of retro American muscle vehicle, but I've never been a car guy, so I'm unsure what kind. Long Pig itself is the same as always. I wrinkle my nose at the ever-present smell of stagnant beer. Hunter merely looks over at my expression, wearing a broad smile. Follow me, if you will. I have a usual spot. I'm very particular. I expect we'll sit up at the bar, but I'm surprised when Hunter ushers me in. It's supposed to be ushers. Ushers me into a booth. It's entirely made of aged wood, except for the backrests. Those are a deep green leather with cracks all over the material. They spread like white webbing. The Johns usually sit at the bar, and I'm suckered into joining, but personally, booths are far superior.
Hi.
If you don't mind me saying, Hunter, you don't seem like the type who would do anything he didn't want to do. I'm not. Hunter lets out a soft laugh. But those two are surprisingly close to me. Good friends. Unlikely as that seems.
Totally.
Very. Hunter folds both his forearms onto the table while I keep my elbows off completely. I'm actually trying to make very little physical contact. Long Pig isn't the cleanliest of establishments. Let me see if we can order. I hate to say it, but I find the bartender here terrible. We'll be waiting all day if we don't try to get his attention. Luckily, Hunter is pretty hard to miss, and so the bartender plods over to us, with a notepad in hand. I'll have whatever Adam is having. Really? Hunter nods in a very gentlemanly fashion. In that case, I'll order a delirium, please. I've always preferred blonde Belgian beers. And 2 chicken pot pies, I guess. I look over to see if Hunter agrees with my pick or not, but his face is so stoic I can't glean any sense of emotion from it either way. So, Adam, anything I can help you feel better about? That's why you invited me, correct? Well, I suppose that's the main reason, but honestly, I've just wanted to connect with you for a while now.
All right.
Indeed. Feeling is mutual. You may not have observed in the short time you've been in Manticore. You've quickly become well known. Possibly a fixture, even. Should all things continue as they are. A fixture? How so? I hope you don't mean because of what happened on set between Chuck and I. Word travels fast, but not because of that incident, which, for the record, you handled superbly. I did? Hunter nods very seriously. Some interpreted that as spinelessness, a child saving his meager job, but I believe when you surrendered to Tad that day, it came from a different place. Adam, you're a perfect martyr, if ever I saw one. Martyr involves sacrifice. Sacrificing oneself requires resolve. Resolve is another form of strength. I don't know if you've realized, but I don't care about what's right. I care about who's strong. It soon dawns on me why Hunter treats Timmy and I so differently. So that's why you don't care that Timmy is missing, isn't it?
I think not.
I wouldn't say I didn't care. I care enough. I'd say that I'm not surprised. When I was new, I'd feel something akin to loss, but I've seen many come and go, rarely try learning their names anymore. This industry isn't for everyone, Adam. Timmy's goal was to mix business with pleasure, and have his pleasures be his business. That works up to a point, but when it doesn't, they disappear. Nothing Timmy did came from strength or professionalism. Without that, we're no better than animals. Wouldn't you agree? It's fair, I guess.
Okay.
If you're saying this notion of professional strength is different from, let's say, a primal strength we possess, then yes, I agree. Reality is Timmy's gone because he's weak. And that Timmy's weak because he's gone. That's all. I feel my fists clench involuntarily. Is that why Sky is gone? An inquisitive brow causes Hunter's visage to soften slightly. Sky. Yes, as in Sky Manning, you started to mention something about him? This was weeks ago, and I've been wondering if it's somehow related to Timmy vanishing. As in a trend. It'd be a very dangerous trend, but yes. Noticed Sky isn't mentioned much at the studio? I have. That's because he's one of Tad's biggest regrets. Sky and myself got along well. Never did get to work together, but somehow we'd end up at the same places, running into one another at the clinic, or seated side by side at Manticore events. I admired his spirit. What do you mean by regrets? Hunter wears a nostalgic look on his face, but that quickly melts away into something different. I didn't think Sky would leave us, son. Like Timmy, he was strong, determined, passionate, and with a good heart, quickly becoming a rising star, even among the exclusives. Tad had high aspirations from him, not for Sky's career itself, but what Sky could be for Manticore Video.
Hi.
Are you saying Tad has something to do with Sky's disappearance? No. I didn't say that. You're not listening. I am!
You say so.
You're simply hearing. Listening requires understanding. Hunter leans back. His expression becomes gravely austere. I don't need to know all the details. Some might say Sky fell into the wrong crowd. Drugs, addiction, paranoia. Paranoid of what? I clutch at my chest, wishing I could physically grab it and steady my heart. Whatever it was, he began missing shoots. Tad was furious, but I know Tad didn't fire him. He vanished. Like they all do. Absy was right. Sky couldn't hack it after all. You could say the industry drained him dry. Bad joke. Why are you so interested in Sky anyways, Adam? I try to come up with a lie, but I can't. Something heavy and dreadful between us. The drive back to work is quiet and stifling. I'm barely back at the studio for an hour before deciding to sneak off and visit a nearby pawn shop. I don't know what's coming for me, but I decide I should have at least some form of protection. There's nothing wrong with that, right? And so, despite my initial hesitation, I walk out of there with a switchblade. The knife is surprisingly light, sharp, and cool to the touch. When I return to the studio, I'm tasked with checking the lighting equipment and also helping out with our inventory. I work away at it diligently. It feels good to be active, throwing myself into my work. Adam! Glad I ran into you, my boy. How are you holding up? Tad's sudden appearance catches me off guard. It's like he's trying to be sympathetic, as unnatural as that may be for him, since he seems to have difficulty expressing it.
Hi.
I'm alright, Tad. Thanks for asking. In all honesty, it's good to be back to work. Ah, that's what I like to hear. The death of the soul is not from the physical, but from an inactive mind. What a waste. Tad chuckles awkwardly. He keeps his head down, while fidgeting with his director's cap. How are you holding up? Huh? What do you mean, my boy?
You okay?
I mean, are you okay? Considering Timmy seems to have... What? Abandoned ship? Tad throws his head back in laughter, placing his large but stubby hands onto his belly. I admit I might miss the brat just a little, possibly even that wretched nickname Tatty Daddy. But what I'll miss most is the money that ungrateful hick was supposed to make for me. Sure, he may have complained that he wasn't getting all that he asked for, but no one makes demands of Tad Lords. He had it good here at Manticore, and for him to punk out now was nothing short of treason. Tad pulls out a magenta-colored silk handkerchief and dabs his forehead and cheeks, the anger having caused beads of sweat to break out from his pores. Wait, so you're not worried about his whereabouts at all, either? Not at all, Adam. Don't worry your pretty head over something this trivial. Besides, these are typical industry hiccups that management like myself will iron out. At your level and position, it's really none of your concern. Tad dismisses the issue entirely with a simple and carefree wave of his hand. In any case, the real reason for my check-in was to deliver an invitation. I know you've been feeling under the weather as of late, so I thought a dinner party might cheer you up. Party? That's right. We're getting together for a dinner before the Gava ceremony in a few days. Lavish, formal, of course, to celebrate. And stupefy the nerves before the main event. It's tradition. Caught off guard, but I'd be lying if I said it didn't feel good to be invited. I haven't felt like I've been part of anything lately, and perhaps this is just a result of all my hard work, a little recognition, or a roundabout apology even, on Tad's behalf. Thanks for inviting me, Tad. It sounds wonderful. I'll try my best to attend. Oh, come now. Don't be so rigid. Adam, it's a stress-free carousal. And normally attendance is optional, but in your case, I insist. I deem it compulsory. I'll have Soren send you the details. Don't be late, and don't embarrass me. Before I can protest, Ted pushes past me and is lost in a flurry of staffers. Great. I guess I'll need to find something to wear. Your apartment is no longer safe. I close the door to my apartment, wishing for a sanctuary, only to hear drunks fighting loudly on the street below. Just breathe. It was a long but primarily good day at work. I even reassured Evander as such, texting him sweetly before I left the studio today. I still feel uneasy, but at least most of the utterly paralyzing fear has subsided. I sigh dramatically and drop my bag onto the floor, cradling my face with my hands. I'm so tired. I look down at the time and decide it's still too early to call it a night. I should do the thing I tend to avoid. I place my cell phone in my ear. Hello, you've reached Elaine and, of course, Carlito at numbers. Please leave a message and we'll call you back as soon as we can. Thank you. Have a nice day. I had the feeling she wouldn't answer. It's kind of late for my parents. But I was hoping perhaps Mom stayed up, still watching CNN in the living room or something. Adam?
Hi.
Hey. Hey. I've been trying to reach you for so long. Are you okay? What the hell is going on? Sorry, I meant to call you back. Do you have any idea how worried I was about you? I almost called your mom. Picture that. No. Promise me you won't. I didn't, and I won't. But you don't seem to get how scared I was. I was this close to canvassing on Hollywood Boulevard. Milk cartons, unsolved mysteries, the whole 9 yards. You have to admit that is a little fun. He lets out a deep and tiresome sigh. God damn it, Adam. Ugh. Now that I know you're okay, I guess it is. But you can't do that to me. We're family. I know, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to shut you out. I was just having a really difficult few weeks. A coworker of mine was moided. Whoa, what? Yeah. Did you know them? Timmy, yes. Not incredibly well, but I knew him well enough, I'd say. Holy shit. I'm sorry, Adam. No wonder you've been an unreachable mess. Yeah, and River's been pretty broken up about it too. I decided to get ahead of the topic by bringing up River first. Hopefully that'll make my fib sound more convincing. He's gone on a trip with some other friends out of town to clear his mind. That kind of stuff. So he left you at the apartment alone and didn't invite you to come along?
Hi.
Well, I didn't say that exactly. That doesn't sound like Riv at all. Adam. Is everything okay? As in, actually alright? We both know, even from way back when we were kids, you're not the greatest liar. Crap. I take a deep breath and try to calm myself. The last thing I want is for my words to come out all a quiver. I'm actually really scared. What do you mean? Something really odd is happening at work, at Manticore Video, and I can't quite explain it. Wait. The studio you work for is called Manticore Video? People are disappearing from the studio, and no one seems to know why or even care. I'm coming over right now. No. Please don't. Adam, you are freaking me out. I'm coming to pick you up, and you're staying at my house. I said no. I don't want to get you involved in all this, to get hurt. Well, what would you have me do then, huh? Just give me some time. I promise, I'll explain everything when the time is right. Can you give me that? Please. I could feel the depth of his hesitation, but... Okay. Really? Yes. But I swear to God, if you don't reach out and shit hits the fan, I'll drag you out of that apartment myself. And call your mom. Damn. You're that serious, huh? It's not like she'll pick up anyways. We both let out a sad chuckle. Still, I'm that serious. Alright, that seems like a good time to end this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a game suggestion you'd like for me to try, let me know in the comments. If you want to follow me on other socials, I'm at MyCommandCore everywhere. If you want to get some dubby for yourself, a link is in the description, or you can go to dubby.gg and use code MyCommandCore for 10% off. At dubby.gg, they have some new shaker styles that look pretty damn cool. I have yet to get a tub with the beach and peach flavor, but that's coming once I actually have the money. Thanks again for watching, and I hope your day is as great as you are.